Get that glorious Adam West in the background.
He's the
I
man.
know. I like
Recording
it.
in progress.
All right, guys. Is everybody ready already?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
All right. Let's hit it. Hello, hello, and welcome to our humble little podcast. This is Atlantis After Dark, the greatest place in all of cyberspace. The other day I asked my wife, hey, honey, why don't you tell me when you orgasm? She said, I don't like to call you when you're at work. I'll tell you what, I'm ready to go already. I think you guys are too, so let's not waste a whole lot more time. Let's get right into it and meet today's All-Stars. Warming up in the bullpen. The other day, his wife asked him, why don't you treat me like you did when we were first dating? So, he brought her to a Wayans Brothers movie, snuck in some vodka, and asked her for a hand job in the back row. It's Biffed by Adam West. What's the word, dude?
What's going on?
Hey, hey.
Exciting raid Sunday, as
Yes.
always.
Yes, it is. Can't wait. Can't wait. Glad to have you on the show today, pal.
Glad to be here.
Next up, he's the Sorcerer Supreme of cyberspace. Last week, he went into the doctor and he said, Doc, I'm constantly farting, but they don't make any sound and they don't smell. In fact, I've farted 3 times since I've got here. Can you please help me? The doc writes him a prescription and tells him to come back. Next week, he goes in and says, hey, Doc, these pills don't help at all. I'm still farting, but now they stink. The doctor said, good. Now that we cleared up your sinuses, let's work on your hearing. It's Retpmus. What's happening, Big Kahuna?
Oh man, not much. Just glad the grind's coming to an end now.
Yeah, everybody is, I'm sure. I wonder how many people still have to... Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. All right. Thanks for showing up today, pal. Joining us today, the other day she bumped into her neighbor. He asked her, what are you up to today? She said, I'm going down to give blood. I can get $20 a pint. Her neighbor said, well, I'm headed to the sperm bank. I can get about $100 per tablespoon. The next day they meet again, and he asked her, where are you going today? And she said, sperm bank. It's the lovely and talented DCL Junk. How are you today, Miss Junk?
Great one. Thank you. I'm good. Thank you. Is it that obvious I was stuck in the rain for about an hour today? Because I look like dog shit.
No, you look great as always.
That's a lie. Thank you. Thanks for lying.
Oh my God. We're glad to have you today. All right.
AB does not lie.
No, I do. All right. Thanks, Retmus, and thank you, Miss Junk. Up next, he's the gangster of ganja. His wife was very disappointed in him when he told her that he got a I love you tattooed on his penis. She looked right at him and said, there you go again, trying to put words in my mouth. It's Sekju. How's it going today, pal?
I like that. That was a good one.
That was a good one. That one does not account for my lack of tolerance for pain threshold, though. Yeah. But yeah, that was a good one. Thanks for having me today, AB. Happy to be
No problem.
here.
I had to pay homage.
I thought you were gonna say like he couldn't fit it all. The tattoo artist couldn't fit it all. It's like,
That
I
would've
have
been pretty
eye
good.
and half a heart. Should we stop there?
Well, I have to get excited for you to see the rest. That's not really fair.
Right.
By the way, I would guess if you're getting a tattoo there, you have to get excited to get the tattoo.
Yeah, and imagine
Yeah.
holding that in position that long. Like, holy fuck! Like,
I guess
mean,
somebody could just like
better be
stretch
a
it and
you.
hold it.
like if I ever meet somebody with an actual dick tattoo, firm handshake.
Oh.
That's
Yeah,
strong man
yeah.
right there.
I did see a
No.
picture of someone who had a dragon tattooed.
Oh my God.
Oh Jesus!
So the entire thing, I could not imagine like how much. I don't know.
They got a numb
My
or
stomach
something,
just
like-
did an elevator
Yeah.
shaft deal.
My guess is he was one of those guys who's into pain. You know, that could be the only way to stand it. That's my hunch. But
Or it was a
Gotta be.
really hot tattoo artist.
Could be either way, right? Oh my God. Well, I wanted to pay a quick homage to Biff and his fear of needles, and I knew
Oh,
that if I
gosh.
brought up the needle in the dick, he'd probably
Huh.
get a reaction. So
I committed to a tattoo once in my life because it just doesn't appeal to me. But in college, I played baseball, and we were in the conference championship game, and we agreed as a team to all get tattoos if we won, and it was a best of 3 final, and we won game 1. I'm like, it's tattoo time, and we lost games 2 and 3. So
Oh,
I wish I had a tattoo,
Oh man.
because that is one of my biggest, like, looking back on my life, like, why could we not have won that championship? Because that one would have meant a lot to me. That was my senior year of college.
Well, I'm sorry about that. And I don't want to drudge up, memories of angst or what it would have been. But
a 1996 loss to Merrimack University. It's
wow.
God damn it. Thanks for
Sons of
taking me
bitches.
down today.
What's the name of their team? Their team name?
Merrimack? I don't even remember what it was. I remember us. My college had 2 different nicknames throughout my 4 years there, because they had to change based on political correctness.
Oh, right. They were some sort of Native American name. I take it. Yeah.
We were the Indians. We were my freshman year. Yeah, no, we weren't even beating around the bush. We just went the whole damn thing.
Right.
Oh, that's my college had the same thing going on too. I went to IUP, or Indiana University of Pennsylvania, and they had the exact same thing going on, and they changed it my junior year, I think, to like the Gray Wolves. I honestly can't even remember what the fuck they changed it to, but
we went from the Indians to the Bulldogs.
See, Bulldogs are cool though.
Yeah.
Ours was
Bulldogs
like,
are cool,
they're like,
but
here's a bunch of
something...
endangered animals in Pennsylvania, and we're like, what? Like, like who decided on this shit?
They should have had something that there are plenty of in Pennsylvania. They should have called them the meth heads.
There you go.
Steel workers. No, but it's Bulldogs are fine, but it's very generic. It's like Wildcats, like every college. Like it's like when you watch college sports, it's like Wildcats versus Wildcats, like Bulldogs versus Bulldogs. Like I would have liked something more unique, but anyway.
Yeah.
I was all for it. As someone that's 25% Native American, I was so offended by my school's mascot. As you guys probably would gather from me.
Sure. I wish they would all have just changed anyone named like the Indians or Redskins. I wish they just picked one time. That way it wouldn't be in the news cycle every 2 years. Yeah, and there's always this. It's like just why don't you all change it to something we can all agree on, and then I don't know. Sorry.
Then it's like Washington, like the fans of Washington actually like the whole Washington football team, and then ownership's like, no, fuck that. We're going to give it a name that nobody wants.
Yeah, exactly.
What are they, the Commanders or something like that?
Yeah, I think so. I can't even remember. I just
Commanders.
Someone had an idea to name them the Pigskins. I thought that was a cool idea, because they all wore those pig noses that one or something for a while.
Every Washington fan I knew really actually liked the whole just Washington football team thing. Just
really?
like the, just like they do in like international football and soccer.
Yeah.
Like they like that. So I don't know why they changed away from that. So
because it's what it is I think international and European soccer, I think they look at it as it's more about the region or the city or whatever than it is about like the name, because they like my favorite team, Newcastle, they have a nickname, but they don't go by that nickname. It's not like, they don't say, oh, the Magpies are playing this place. It's Newcastle is playing Liverpool, or Newcastle is playing, but they have the nickname. All teams have nicknames. It's just what your branding is.
They're all the Wildcats.
Yeah, exactly. Wildcats versus Bulldogs.
The Rough Riders.
Next.
The Wildcats of Manchester.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh boy. Well, I could sit and talk about sports teams and or mascots all day. But
actually, you probably couldn't.
No, I could not.
That's more in my realm than yours.
Indeed it is. But let's say we transition from that into some DCL. And I want to talk a little bit about raids. We won't talk a ton about it because, God, they're almost over. How were they? Were they pretty sluggish this time around? Was it just...
It was a breeze, man.
Really?
No, this was
one
of the best
on the
ones.
beach.
We actually got some really good news about raids moving forward.
Oh, really?
Yeah, about whenever there's a non-bonus toon that shows up and makes your life easier, it's really exciting.
Yeah. Although I think she's actually, I think it is. I don't think it's working as it's supposed to.
See,
I'm
I
curious
think
to hear why.
Sekju disagrees. So I think we could discuss that because I think
I
this
think
was
Sure.
I think it's working right.
Well, here's where I'm stuck with Katana. It's her first move says at the end of her turn,
Mm-hmm.
she gets a maximum of 8 strength ups. What's happening is she's doing calling an assist, so it's not even her turn. So
Mhm.
each time she gets the call assist, she's getting those 8 strength ups. I tend to think it's supposed to be just like a turn-based thing. And she just gets it once. So I don't think it's supposed to multiply if you do it multiple times. And I don't think they thought about that. However, it's one of those bugs that's probably not going to bother people in PvP because I don't see people bringing question that dark side and and Katana. But who knows? Who knows?
See, I
No, I mean,
wonder
but
if it is a bug though, because what about the turn meter up component in her kit that she could also be taking multiple turns from being called assist? So it could literally be cycling through her turn
Right.
whenever she's
Oh,
taking.
yeah.
She rapid fires that basic like 5 times, I think, whenever question uses her second, and I know that's call assisting. But if her turn meter cycling is going through, it's going to be counting as turns.
Right. But
Right.
even so, they're all 2 turns each. So I mean,
Yeah.
at most it should be if it's once each. At most you should have like 8, then 16, and then one goes away, and then you get 8 more. So I mean,
Yeah.
hey, if it stays great because I liked Katana before and I was using her after the rework and I like her more now and I'm definitely if there's an event I'm absolutely gonna get enough shards to RB5 her regardless. But I just I tend to think that it's not supposed to at one point I had 48 strength ups. I was like that's
Oh, so you
that
actually stopped and counted them too?
yeah
Okay.
148 and I'm thinking so there's no way she should have gotten 6 times unless it was
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
in my head I had it countered that she should max out at 24 under ideal circumstances. So that might be off then. But still, even at 24, she should be doing pretty epic damage
Oh
with her
yeah.
crits and everything too. And the speed. The speed is what's key, is her animations are lightning quick.
Yes.
And yeah, go ahead, Biff. Sorry.
and she ramps quickly. So
Yes.
I look at her as if she continues to work this way, she is the blue Lois, but
Right.
faster than Lois at ramping.
Right. Now she does. Sorry, go ahead.
No, she goes 0 to 60 in 2 seconds.
Right. Now she does plateau though. Like she does have a max number, whereas Lois will continue to ramp up. So it's not quite as good. But I love her. And once I started using her, I was like I was using Question and Katana alone for a while, but then Question was just getting demolished. And so I had to add Dark Side, and it was great. I think I did. I mean, it was just didn't look back.
And I'll give a shout out to George in our alliance because I think he was the one that pointed it out. I don't know how you people out there in this community figure these things out. Like me, I'm just like same old. And then all of a sudden someone's like, "Hey, have you used Question Katana?" And I'm like,
right. Yeah. Well,
I remember saying like, "What the fuck? Why would I use Katana?" I checked the bonus list. She's not on there.
Biff, can I tell you the secret and what I always do?
What?
I just look at whoever the top 10 solo performers are, and I just take a peek at their teams real quick, and I'd be like, I wonder why they're using this, and then I try it, and I go, oh, I see why they're using this.
I have never thought of that.
That's a good idea.
I have never thought of that.
You got to figure we look at everything from an efficiency standpoint, and I think that's where the love for Katana is coming from. It's like I don't think we need to compare her to like Lois or any of the other raid tunes because what she is and what her niche is she is going to murder the level 90 green bosses, which are your best way to getting to milestone 70, and that's what makes her awesome. Because I mean, with an L5 Katana in Question, who neither of which is a bonus tune right now, I'm killing bosses with 1 minute and 11 seconds left on the clock every time, which is pretty good for no bonus. And she's going to be a 2x next time, presumably as a multiplier. I didn't look at the list in case she ended up as a 3 or something.
Yeah,
but,
less than 20 seconds for a 90.
Yeah,
that is a quality of life rework right there.
100%.
Wow.
Yeah.
And again, the beauteous part, again, where she sells for the people that do participate on days 3 and 4, which, we're notorious for kind of taking the foot off the gas and taking it easy then. There's now a generic option to destroy day 3 Green Alliance bosses, because if you have 3 or 4 people using her at the same time, if you're an alliance that's coordinating that to make the top 10, she's going to make your life so much easier because everybody can just use them at the same time, and the damage is coming so fast. If you're working together, the boss is going to go down faster than if everyone's using Spectre and Question at the same time, or waiting for that ramp period to happen, because she does the damage so much faster. So people that actually coordinate those attacks are going to be able to take down Alliance bosses way faster without having any bonus tune involved, which is
100%.
huge.
Wait, there are Alliance bosses on day 3?
Yeah, I was wondering why he looks so confused.
Breaking news?
I thought it ended after day 1. I thought that's why we won every raid.
Oh, no.
That's almost
I
AB
put
style.
World's Finest by our name all the time.
That's right. Watch out on day 1.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm excited. I hope that she's not broken. I hope that she's working as intended, and that they just leave her alone if she is broken.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
what an awesome utility tune, and the perfect kind of tune I like to bring for high rebirth, because you just want that damage as high as possible. So hopefully she gets the 6 day.
Yeah, and I think she's only gonna be like, I don't see her working that great in PvP necessarily, or that necessary, but I think it's gonna be one of those raid essentials that, like, if she works like this, like
If she works like
she's
this,
lowest.
definitely.
Yeah.
She's
So-
lowest, better, a better lowest.
So Miss Junk, you think she's not working correctly because it's doing it on a call assist?
Well, yeah, and also it's supposed to do it's supposed to have a max at the end of her turn, and if she attacks twice in the same turn, she shouldn't get double the max in my theory. But I could be wrong, and if it's working the way it's supposed to, I mean, it's
Because it's technically not her turn; it's an assist, is what you're thinking.
A, it's not her turn, and B, it's beyond the max of 8 by getting 2 attacks. So
They're counting when
Yeah,
she,
but
when she quadruple
Yeah.
attacks, they're counting it as
Right.
4 attacks.
they're getting
Yeah.
us 4 turns.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if it was an attack, it just means 8 on that attack. So the next time would be another 8, and then another 8, up to that many.
Right,
But it's
right. But if it said every attack, but it
Yeah,
doesn't
It
in the
says
wording.
her turn, though.
That's why
Yeah, yeah.
and believe me, I might be reading it wrong, and it might just my pessimistic attitude, and and
No,
I'm sure
no, with this game, you have to have that attitude.
Oh, no.
And if something seems too good to be true.
yeah, and
It
she's
is.
she's a reworked tune, so obviously she's bugged somehow. We just don't know how.
Right.
We just haven't figured it out yet.
Right.
That's where I was going. Are she bugged? How is she bugged?
Well, that's what I said right away, is when I saw it. Like George said, hey, try Katana Question. I was like, why would we use Katana? And then once I used it, I was like, okay, this is really cool, but is it a bug, or is it,
Yeah.
or is she working as intended? So,
Somebody ask Wendigrew. Wendigrew
Yeah.
will know if this tune is bugged.
well,
Somebody
no,
ask.
but by the way, it won't be the first time a DCL verbiage on a kit is called into question, or is ambiguous, or we don't understand. So it's, who knows? But Katana was awesome this raid. She was definitely the MVP as a non-bonus, and made really the grind to the final milestone pretty darn easy.
That's why I'm going to wait to rebirth her.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm not jumping in. I told
Yeah.
Sekju on our chat
Yeah.
the other day is
Yeah,
I,
that's
I
why
need
I'm waiting.
I need more than one raid before I tout anyone anything.
I mean, I liked her before in general because, like, she was like, but she wasn't good. She didn't have the ability to do a lot of damage because she didn't ramp. And then I used her in PvP, and I was like, oh, she actually has that ability now. But and she is more useful. The only thing is, obviously, anytime you have it's like with Captain Cold, where why did they give her a leader?
Yeah.
I mean, if it wasn't a leader, I think she'd easily be an A tune, and but
Yeah.
because it's a
Yeah,
leader,
the
and you're
leader
not
is
necessarily
definitely
going to
what
use
brings
her.
it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the only advantage, I think, like against a Cheshire, you can remove her awareness and automatically hit, on the first turn, or like Nightwing, but there are other people
Problem
that
is,
do that too.
it's a minimally advantageous lead.
100%.
Other characters can do the same job better. So we always talk about like why characters are useful, because they do multiple things better than other characters combined, and that's why they earn a spot on your team. She does cool things, but other people already do it better.
Right, exactly.
And by the way, that brings back to the lore question, because this is how it all came up when George told us to start using Katana on this raid. I was like, I can't even find her, because I just went straight to Mystic Villain in the search, and she didn't come up. And then, because I'm not very good with lore and a lot of the ancillary characters, and I was like, wait a second, why is Katana as a hero? She was on Suicide Squad. And then we started getting in that whole You know,
Went
is
down
it
that rabbit
because
hole.
is it because DC just sucks at movies, which is what most people thought? Or should she actually be a villain? And is there anything about her actual lore, which is a heroiness, that would make her a leader?
I don't know much about the character. I know that she was in the Suicide Squad in the comics even at one point too. The only thing I could think of that would make her a leader is she does have some ties to Batman, and he kind of naturally produces leaders, but I can't think of a comic instance where I
But
would say she's led something that I know of, but
I
maybe
think
Retmus knows.
she joined by choice. It wasn't by the agreement of the government, by
Right.
putting the chip in the back of their head that would blow up, the little bomb if they didn't follow. She did it by choice to fight the bad guys.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
there you have it. There you have it. I Googled it and couldn't find anything.
Yeah, in the movie, she was like added as like help to do it. Basically,
Like
it
protect her
wasn't.
Yeah.
flag, it felt like. I thought for the movie, she was like his, protector when he's being
Right,
surrounded
right.
by all these villains.
But I mean, I like the character a lot. So, and I had her already had her RB1 before the raid, and I have an RB2 now, and I'm definitely gonna bring her up. So
I like pretty much any character with a sword.
Yeah, you
Cool.
can't go wrong with a sword, can you?
Nope.
No.
I
no.
was demanding a samurai emoji in the chat at one point when he hooked us up, so I'm all about it too. I'm hoping she's working as intended. I would love to add her as another RB5 character to my roster.
Yes.
Yeah,
And a great mystic damage
Yeah.
dealer, because listen, there were times I was using her over Spectre, which is awesome. And we've been searching for a green damage dealer above and beyond Arcus, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, a mystic falls in our lap.
Yeah.
And I tried a couple things that I was hoping would work on that subject of an Arcus replacement, but Arcus got that stat boost, and now I don't think that anything is really necessary, because he is still that green damage dealer you need for raids if you don't have a bonus one. My Arcus was dealing more damage than my 5x Lex, so it was interesting to watch. But he's king again after that stat boost, I would say.
I was gonna bring
tried
up
using like Rocket and Cyborg. Cyborg kept like dying.
Wow.
And Rocket like got ramped up but didn't really do. I mean, she did good, but nothing compared to Arcus. So
All right.
I don't know.
So listen, I just fought a battle with Katana and I did it manually, and I did questions second ability first time, and it does give her 24 strength up.
So
Because
it's
she's
doing it based on attack, not on turn.
right. And as soon as she was done, her turn meter's completely overfilled because it's adding that as well,
So then she takes the fourth turn,
which gives her another 8.
so she should be at 32.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, she should have 8 drop off.
But listen, as soon as
cycling,
she does it, it is full a second time again. So she has like 2 full turn meters afterwards to give her 5 attacks.
Okay.
And it keeps it at that. It bumps up to 32, and then her second attack 8 drop off, and it goes right back to 32 again.
Okay.
So you think it's working correctly?
Well, if you go by words, it's after her turn. It would be no.
If you're using English.
Right.
Yeah, but if you think of it like this, she should technically have 24, because she gets the turn meter twice real fast, which would let it double up like that off of her after her first attack. You actually see her turn meter. Literally it zips around twice in a row. So, I think the most you can get is 24. Legitimately, if it to work as intended, if it's after her own turn. Maybe, I don't know.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It's whatever they feel like.
Right. The only thing that I'm really worried about, there's another Dr. Light has something that says at the end of her turn. So that's the only reason why I think it might be fixed. If there's an end of turn thing that's broken,
Mm-hmm.
and it is broken, and if Katana's is broken, that's the only thing that leads me to believe that it might be fixed. If the Dr. Light's is too, but again, if it's working properly, great.
I hope it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Spectre has that wasted second ability.
Yeah. Well, Spectre, he's always going to win on long term, like real
Right.
long bosses, because he doesn't stop ramping.
And
But for
and
the
stun.
quick ones, especially because the stun will keep everybody else
Right.
alive, unless it's like Superboy.
Yeah.
Going against Prime, it won't work
Yeah.
against him, but everybody else, it's going to keep Question alive.
Right. Although actually Katana second doesn't do damage either. Never mind. So
Yeah, and actually she loses a bunch of her strength ups on that turn, I
Right.
noticed, and then it takes her a second to ramp back up. But again, it's literally a second.
yeah.
Wouldn't it be nice if we had the ability to, like, before we go into battle, click on a character, say only use ability 1, don't use ability 2, use
Yes.
ability 3 when available, just a little simple check mark for each character. It wouldn't be hard to program at all.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
come on.
thinking that. Like
Come
how
on,
many
dude?
like do you know how easy it would be to do like I was thinking that for
I could
PvE
literally
days?
code that in 5 minutes.
But
No joke.
You should do that and
we've
email
been
it to
down,
them,
we've been
Retpmus.
down that road
Yeah.
on things Retmus could do in 10 minutes that could help
Write
this
the
game.
code and email it to Reeves and be like, here, drop this in. Just drop
That's
it
one
in.
way to do it.
It really wouldn't be hard.
Well, be that as it may, I know it. Miss
Be
Junk,
that as it may, we're not getting it.
right?
Yeah.
I know that Miss Junk.
Quit
put a-
dreaming, Retmus. And as we move on,
I was just going to say that I know Miss Junk put up a video featuring Katana not long ago. So if you want more on Katana, go ahead and head over to her channel and check that out because it's fucking fantastic. It
And
made
it got
me,
you into the game.
yeah, it made me go in and level up my Starro because I wanted to see the animations for myself on my phone. It just,
He is the most fun B tier tune
Yeah.
around.
yeah. He literally craps on people. Like that's his special
Yeah.
ability. He fucking
sharts.
shits.
He
Yeah.
shits all over everyone. It's
It's
fantastic.
fucking great.
And they're silenced. It's great.
technically his mouth. Everybody keeps getting that wrong. It's his
Okay.
mouth.
So he pukes on
Oh,
people.
he pukes on people. All right,
Yeah.
that's much better.
But the best part about him is when
Isn't
he
it
dies.
Yes.
If the best part of a tune is when they die, though, because I just love how he just collapses.
Yeah.
And he collapsed on top of my Cheshire once because he's so big, and I'm like, oh, that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and you couldn't see her anymore? 'Cause he
No,
laying
she was
there?
gone.
Ah.
She was
That's great.
gone.
So she was just jumping out of there, killing people.
Starro died on top of her, and all I could think of was all the fucking Cheshire hating twats out there.
I
and
love the
saying,
size.
this would really help them.
The
This would
size
really,
of the character.
yeah.
He
Wait.
is awesome.
I'm
Just
a
think-
Cheshire hating twat.
I know.
No.
Just think how cool it'll be when we have a raid and he's the boss, how much bigger they'll make him. That'll be
Yeah,
kinda
that would
cool.
be cool. That would
I
be
just
very
hope
cool
that
to
they
see.
do it now that we have him. There's no excuse not to make him like a giant raid boss.
Exactly. They should just have like Starro Takeover raid, and just have him as the main boss. That is not hard to code. I mean, really, you swap out a character. You
All
take
right.
you could take the
10
Superboy
minutes.
Prime
That'd be
and
great,
just
too.
say, load this guy in, and it's done.
Have you guys used Starro? What's your take on him?
I have fun with him.
He's- Yeah, I don't know. I wanted him to work better this raid because of the whole silence thing. I wanted him
Right.
and Lois together to be better, and it just
Yeah.
wasn't. So that was kind of disappointing.
His damage is so bad. Like he barely crits, and when he does, it's like, oh.
Yeah,
I wanted to use him with some of the older characters that I wouldn't get to use that much, like Deathstroke
Mhm.
and, Ravager and stuff like that, ones that will benefit from the silence. I was like really excited when I saw that. I was like, cool, I'll be able to have a cool team of characters I never get to use because they always get destroyed. And if we can keep the other team at always on silence, then we'll be able to use, some of their abilities. It's not working too great, but
Yeah.
at least got to try something different for a while.
He's fine.
Yeah,
I think just like Miss Junk said, it's a B tier tune that's playable.
Yeah.
But certainly not, anything to do with the meta.
Yeah, I was having some luck with Ravager. Like I really was trying. I like the character Ravager, and I wanted to
Mhm.
get like beef her up, but it's just not enough.
And she
I
got a
love-
stat boost fairly recently too, didn't she? So
Yeah,
that's still
yeah.
not. Yeah,
I love Deathstroke, especially the that skin that they brought out for him. What was the new 52 skin
hmm
that made him really cool? Made me want to use. That's like Lex. You get a skin for Lex, and you just want to use the character because he looks cool now.
I
With the
love that.
super-
And speaking of that
Yeah.
Lex skin, right? Like that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Everybody
cool.
was like loving it.
that Lex skin
Yeah.
is pretty badass.
It was cool to see, like, to play Deathstroke next to Ravager because they have similar poses too.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun. Are
I've
they like
never-
facing each other the opposite way though?
No,
Or
they
is
look
it-
kind of.
Okay, I'm trying to think how they stand. Oh, whatever, doesn't matter. It's like this is great content.
But yeah, it fucking works for me, you know.
Yeah, let's talk about the commanders some more.
Yeah.
Fun fact: I've never bought a skin.
Wow, there you go.
I'm
Not
not
even
big.
the
I'm not
gems from
big
the
on
shop?
skins. The only skin I ever really wanted was Mira. That was the only one where I was like, I want that skin.
I like that skin.
I like
No, I
Aquaman.
love that skin.
Yeah.
No, but I got it. But it was a raid reward, so I didn't.
hmm
Yeah, no. There's not a skin in the world unless they do like Adam West Batman that I'm gonna pay $10 for.
What if it's more than $10?
If it was Adam West Batman,
It was
Yeah.
like 25.
Yeah.
He would
no,
still buy it.
Yeah, no, I'd buy that.
If it was
That's-
$100, he would buy it. It's Adam
Knowing-
West. Come
Knowing
on.
Biff's luck, every time you go to put it on, it would end up being a W.
If it was $100, yeah, like
It'd be the clown
like
skin
me,
with
I'd have some
bugs.
sort of bug where he'd
Yeah.
get the fucking clown suit.
What if
put
it's-
on whenever I-
The Suriname.
What if it's a real suit made from Adam West's skin?
Ooh.
Oh,
I don't want him skinned.
All right, well, never mind. Fine.
don't take his
Rude.
DNA.
Adam West should have been mummified.
Is he still alive?
No, he's
No.
dead.
No, he passed away.
Long time ago.
Yeah, I
Long
think
time.
so. Yeah.
I know. What's his face? The guy who played Robin on that show, Burt Ward. He was in.
He's still alive.
Yeah,
Crisis
he was in
on
some
Infinite
crossover. Yeah,
Crossover, yeah.
Him and-
It was kind of cool before he passed on that they just finished his voice for the animated those animated shows we got of
Yeah.
him. That was kind of
Yeah.
cool. At least we got to hear him one more time.
He did not. The second one, he did not sound good in it.
I know he
though.
sounded so out of breath, like it was
Oh,
he
he
had to
sounded
force his lines.
Was that the one with Two Face?
Yeah.
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 William
and by the way,
Shatner.
one of those two was really good, and
The
the, other
first
one was
one.
really bad.
Yeah.
The first one was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. The second one sucked.
Yeah.
What was it? Was it a Batman 55?
It was a
or
Batman
whatever the-
66
66, right,
animated
yeah.
animated 2-part show on HBO Max. Or that's where I watched it. I don't know if that's where
They
it
were
came
all
out, but-
released on Blu-ray and DVD.
Right, yeah,
Yeah,
first.
they were individual.
That's where I
releases.
picked them up. As soon as I saw it, I was like, "They're mine."
Yeah, no, I enjoyed them.
It was-
I enjoyed the first one at least.
I think it was just called The Return of the Cape Crusaders, like a continuation of the story.
Yep. And in one, I think the one that sucked, it was like
The two
was it
face one
that
or
Batman's mind was like overtaken when Batman became a bad guy in it, and I'm like, okay, Adam West, that's just not a good storyline. Adam West being a bad guy.
Yeah, I was more excited about it because William Shatner was going to be Two Face in it,
Mhm.
and
Really?
yeah, he was Two Face in it. Yeah, and it just didn't come off. It just didn't hit. It didn't click. It's
I have a
unfortunate
hard
too.
time. I haven't seen that, but I have a hard time conceptualizing Shatner's voice with Two-Face animation.
It is pretty different.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like too recognizable is the thing.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, and it is.
Did they
and
have King Tut? That's the big question.
They
Oh,
should.
They should have.
I'm telling you,
They
I would actually buy King Tut if they brought him out in DC Legends.
Oh God. By the way,
If it busts
In-
out the wallet.
in
I like goofball characters. If they had Kite Man on there, I'd even get him just because they're goofballs.
Kite Man.
If we're getting
Calendar
goofball
Man?
characters, we
Yes.
better fucking get Mixopidalic is all I'm saying, guys.
Yes.
Oh, I know.
Yes,
He would be
Mr.
so
Mixus
awesome
Bidlick.
of a character.
Love him.
The
That
one
might-
skin I bought pretty much every skin when it came out during raids. I'm that much of an idiot. But the one I never got was that one of the Batman where it's like, I don't know how it's pronounced, the purple red, the one that
It's
looks
the
like
clown
him.
suit.
The clown suit.
Suriname.
That's the one
I just
Suriname
referenced.
or
He almost
Oz.
looks like Toy Maker kind of thing. Oh, okay.
well, no, if we're gonna talk toys, I want Toy Man.
Yeah, Toy Man would be
Because
cool.
by the way, like it's my new thing now, since I don't have anyone I want to rebirth because I can't get any of the sales of the 3 people I want to rebirth. my new thing is I'm just Legion of Doom. I'm
Nice.
RB5ing Legion of Doom.
Nice.
Hawk and
now, what
Animal.
about
Badass.
now? Monkey Prince looks like he's gonna have some evasion. Are you gonna?
So I've been
Buy him?
told
I
have
think he looks like the best one of the bunch. I think.
I have been told that I will very much like Monkey Prince by by a pretty prominent member of the community, Mr. Tutitron. He told me I will very much like him.
Yeah, he looks great on paper.
Yeah. I mean, he does a lot of cool stuff similar to like multiple characters we like using. Black Flash and Desaad come to mind since he can like purge some buffs and also reset the turn meter.
And
so,
disease, and he does get
yeah.
affected by disease.
Yeah. Pretty awesome. Seems like he's going to be relevant in the meta for sure.
Yeah.
And he's Mystic, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so and I don't have a lot. I mean, I don't run a lot of Mystics, so whenever I have Mystics that tie into my play style, it's cool.
Well,
Yeah.
was it just Eclipso? Was the one you liked?
He likes Siren.
Yeah, no,
Siren, right?
Eclipso, Siren. I run a lot. And by the way, thanks.
Jericho.
Thanks, WP. No, Jericho. Thanks, WB for teasing me with a Siren sale and then doing it limit 5.
Yeah,
Oh.
but you're going to be so close now.
By the way, I spent 10,000 Alliance or not Alliance raid whatever you get from not raid whatever you
PvP?
get from PvP.
Okay.
I spent 15,000 today, and I actually pulled Siren 3 times.
Nice.
Wow.
20 shards. I was shocked.
Big 60.
Listen.
Oh, I know. Big 60.
Big 60.
I'm only 800 away. I'm 800 away from RB5, and I think it's a max 150 limit 5, but it's 90 to 150 limit 5. So there's no way I'm getting her there with her sale in May. But I'll be close.
Think how nice an option like this would be. WB, listen.
Here we go again.
Okay. You know how we can click on the little 3 icons for our alliance, right? And it shows everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. You click on a character that you have excess shards that you can never use. And then you can say share with or sell to or trade to, and then choose one of the members of the alliance for them to accept or decline.
Absolutely. Be awesome.
That would be awesome.
How
But
nice
no
would that
way.
be? How
I
nice would that
would
be?
gouge Biff so bad. I would.
I'd be like, Biff, I have like
I don't
almost
think you can pilfer
6,000
that way.
I have like almost 6,000 Siren shards. I'd be like, here's all you need, buddy. There you go.
Oh no, but it's like that's like yeah, that would make way too much sense.
Would that not be an awesome?
Oh, by the way,
quality of
that'd be a
life?
lot. By the way, I'm now 50 top 50 of each affinity. I have L5 or above. I have every char in the game L5 eligible. And I have so many that are RB5 eligible that I will never RB5.
Same here.
I would be able to share so much with our team. But that's by the way, and that's why they wouldn't do it.
or even have the ability to trade.
Sure.
That would be so awesome.
I
I
would
mean,
like
and
to,
just keep it within your alliance. It wouldn't be that hard to do it that way because we're all consolidated to a group.
Yeah.
I would like to see a gear exchange because there's so many useless gear materials that we get.
Oh yeah.
And then there are only a couple that are necessary. It's like, so it's I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hopefully when we go G12, they'll.
I don't think that's ever happening.
I think I might be G
Evil
done.
laugh.
Never gonna happen.
They gotta, I mean, at some point they're gonna have to release something that drives speed. If they want to keep the game going, they're gonna have to release something that drives you to either upgrade your gear further, not necessarily G12, but like some sort of new modification system or something. Because it's basically been repeat with the same cycles of everything since Nightmare was the newest thing, and that was still just a rehash of some other stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know, if they want to drive like people actually spending their resources, they're gonna have to do something, even if it's like create like a new gear enhancer that, just like they made rebirth crystals instead of just the legendary upgrades at one point, somehow did something with all your extra gear that allows you to further modify your gear without making it a full-blown crazy G12.
You could do this, Sekju.
That's insane.
Okay, add another, like below our gear, you could add like another little slot. And that slot could be like a speed boost, defense boost, or something like that.
Some customization.
And then you can use your extra gear to boost up more speed or more defense or something like that, per character. And they have a maximum cap, of course, for all the extra speed or something like that. You could easily do something like that.
Yeah, or if you want to like make your damage tunes hit harder, you make their intelligence higher or their strength higher, depending on what type of damage they are.
Yes.
That would be cool.
There's so many quality of life things they could do to this game that would take very little effort, but I'm sure it all has to do with their time, like everybody else. They just probably don't have enough, time to allocate to the game to make changes like this. I wish they did, but I think that's what it really comes down to. It's an older game. It's not new. It's not cutting edge.
No.
So they're just keeping it alive and making the enhancements they need to keep it relevant.
Yeah.
What if there was like a restore button that allowed you to restore a character to their bugged version, their previous bugged version that they fixed?
I would like them to come out with like retro characters, like where you had Dr. Fate, but then you could have the retro Dr. Fate when he had the moves where he would attack everybody with his lightning, on his counter. Instead of just one character that had like a debuff, or what is it? I can't even think right now.
A negative immunity.
Yeah, you know how he just comes out and does that nice spell and zaps them. The old version, he would just go out and attack everybody at once, and he could wipe out the whole team with this one spell and a passive move. I mean, it'd be cool to just like to have some of the older version, or the older version of Deathstroke. He would not be OP now. He might have been back in the day, but he wouldn't be now. But it'd be cool to have some of those.
That was a disaster, by the way.
Yeah, I agreed.
The Deathstroke Lobo deal was probably Miss Junk. I'm sure you're thrilled with the Trigon fix. But
I'm so annoyed. PvP was so fun for about 3 weeks.
He was kind of like, when he didn't have that ability, he felt like he was balanced to me. He felt like he was perfect that way.
Yeah, because he could still get out of control and still could kill your team with disease if you didn't manage him correctly, but you could at least manage him.
Yeah. Now it's just like back to the whole. I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah, I faced gear 2. It was a gear 2. Like he was like they had him at level 2, legendary 2, level 68, gear 2, and he almost diseased me out. I could not believe it. And he kept getting damage immunity. I was like,
well, it's like I told you. I mean, I posted the videos before to where I fought the enemy team. They never even got a chance to go because I had I would use like Black Flash or something, and I would stun the whole team with Dazad, and they literally never got a chance to go, but my team all died because of Trigon's passive. Now, when something like that happens in a game where you're fighting an opponent, they don't even get a chance to go, but you lose, I think that's a little bit of an issue.
It's like a boxing match where you just you punch at them and break your hands each time.
Not at all, Retmus. I win. My holy grail in this game is winning matches without getting an offensive turn. I do it all the time, and it's so much fun. It's so much fun to win matches where I don't even get a turn.
Well, it's because your
but it's not because of Trigon. I can tell you that.
Yeah. Your characters are countering.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. But his is a passive.
Correct.
That just starts throwing crap everywhere and just kills everyone.
Yeah. I have never won without getting a turn with Trigon on my team.
Wow.
But
wow.
I've done it with plenty of other people.
We sure talk a lot about Trigon on this show. Who else we should talk about before we think about wrapping it up is Bleeze. This whole time she's been the other rework and nobody's talked about her. Is she good?
Sadly,
is she bad?
I didn't even get to use. I haven't even used her.
No. Okay.
I mean, from what I read, looks good. I mean, I maxed her out. All her abilities, fully ringed her and everything.
Sure.
And I plan on using her, but it's just like I got sidetracked and there wasn't a big enough pool to get me to use her right now.
I'm in the same boat as Retmus. I've had her at 70 G11 L4 for a while, but her being reworked, I decided to make her L5, and I'm working on bringing her up to 80, but she's not there yet. I just haven't had the urge to use her so much. Like I was, during raids, just you burn through your PvP as quickly as you can. Hell, half the time I just go in and retreat from 27 revenges
Yeah.
just to get it done.
Yes.
Like, fuck it, I don't care about ranking for any
Been
of this
there.
shit, so.
Yeah. So it sounds like we can cover a little more on the next show or whatnot. But yeah, if nobody has her to any great degree or haven't played with her, there's no
I feel
point
like I used her twice and I wasn't like overly impressed. But again, it's hard for me to judge because that was before I put the L5 on her and before I brought her closer to 80. Once I get her to 80 and have a real chance to play around with her, it's easier to give a critique.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has a weird kit where she gets things if she's enraged, she gets things if they're enraged, and I don't know. We'll
I mean,
see.
it seems like it could work versus all the atrocitus lead teams out there.
Right,
Like she
right.
might have a role in the current meta, so we'll see.
Right. Well, I think also does the siege start tonight?
But
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So
Raiders
it looks
are
like
ending.
We'll have to, maybe we'll have to gear up a
Yeah.
little sooner.
I'm actually working on building booster gold up, and that's how I'm generating all my extra raid bosses. And I was, trying to farm essence for this raid too. Went
Oh,
from
nice.
14 million green essence to right now I'm at like 62 million. So it's been
Nice.
busy farming.
62 million?
Yeah.
Wow. How do you farm those? Do you use
I just spend a tremendous amount of gems on chapter 8.
Yeah, no, it's
Chapter
and
8, that's what I was doing, yeah.
not very strategic.
He buys them.
No.
No, there's no strategy here. This is just I'm gonna burn up all this essence to develop green essence. I'm killing lots of legendary bosses to get that extra green essence, killing all the,
Yeah. By the way,
my
if you want the most efficient way to get through raids and get to the final milestone, spending the least amount of gems, find our episode on that where I go through tips and tricks on that. If you want the least efficient way to do it,
direct message me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I was going. That's what I was
Me
going
or
for. I was
Zuzu.
trying to
Zuzu's
plug
also
it.
great at being terribly inefficient at raids.
Right.
So,
Someone said they all they do is go through chapter 1. I was like, because I'm like, why would you go through chapter
Chapter
1?
one.
It's
chapter 3 is where it's
Chapter
at.
That's three. what
I've done.
Essence and
Yeah.
efficiency.
By the way,
Which I
did
did point that out, by the way.
I did. No, you, by the way, because Monkey King, who is the guy from KOA that taught me, he was like my Yoda and teaching me how to navigate raids. He said, chapter one, don't even touch any other ones. He said, don't even do heroics during raids. I modified it to say, I'm going to get to my 30 heroics. And then you told me, go to chapter 3, the top ones for each affinity in chapter 3, because you get more green essence. This raid, I was 100% chapter 1, just because I don't need green essence anymore. So I've gotten to a point where green essence is irrelevant. So I just did the 5 energy and got to my thing. So I've adapted, but I'm probably one of the handful of people other than owls that don't need green essence anymore.
Yeah, I've still got 44 tunes that need to come to 80, so that's a lot of green essence.
I think Sekju's strategy, it's not efficiency, it's speed of getting it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really what it is.
Oh, yeah,
You
no,
acquire
it's
it faster.
I started doing level 8 or chapter 8 because it also gives you level 3 XP.
Yep.
Yeah.
So those and those are worth level 2 is twice as many as level 1, but level 3 is like 4 times as many as level 2. So it's a like.
I'm not doing all chapter 8. I'm also doing some chapter 6 because it depends on the ideal node to get the gear that I need too. So I'm doing like the level 3 gear pieces and the level 2 gear pieces. So once I get, and I'm just doing it the hard way to earn up the green essence and generate the extra bosses, and then I get a little extra green essence from each of those bosses and tag everyone else's legendaries as they come. So it's a big old farming effort.
and node 5 is the best for finding the gear 2s.
Right.
So you either do 8, 5, 3 is probably the best way to go about it, like for finding whatever the resource you need.
Until we get chapter 12.
Actually, that's a great question, Biff. I don't know if anyone knows this or not, but like when you go into the gear piece you need, and then you say, where can I find this? And it lists you a bunch of stages in order, and it tells you like, this is the medium stage. But it tells you like one specific stage on one of those chapters, but there's multiple chapters in that stage that award that same piece. Is that specific stage the highest drop rate, or is it anyone on that chapter?
I'll tell you exactly where it is. So if you go to each area, it's the top 3. And when I say top 3, It's from the end of the thing. So like node 5. The final node is the best for whatever that is, whether it's green, blue, red, whatever
Right.
the case may be.
The last
They're
3
all
nodes.
specific to. No, not in the last 3 nodes.
Oh,
the last
no.
3 nodes on the top.
Oh, right. On the
You know
top.
how
So
they
like
go
3.
up, down, up, down,
Yes.
up, down?
Yes.
You never do the lower ones. You do the top 3 on the top. You do the last 3 nodes at the top, and those will be the best drop rates for the green, red, blue, most desirable, least, the ones you need.
Right.
So always
Okay.
do the top of the thing.
Okay.
Because I used to do just the last 3 nodes, and I realized for one of the affinities I was selling myself short. I hope that makes sense. Like, you guys can see me actually like making hand signs right now.
Understand what
I
you're
hope
saying.
I hope the audience understands.
He's drawing
It's the
pictures
last
in the air.
3 on the top of the up and down, up and down.
Right.
From
Yeah, the last 3 of the top 3 on the up and down, up and down.
Yes. Makes tons of sense.
Isn't that like the code to keep going in
Think-
Contra?
Think of each chapter as a zigzag.
By the
On
way,
the zig versus the zag.
Left, right, left,
Uh,
right, left, right, left, right, up, down,
by
A,
the
B,
way,
A,
Miss
B.
Junk, a Contra reference is
Thank
amazing.
you, thank you.
Oh.
I'm pretty proud of that one.
Oh, I'm that takes me back.
Up, down, left, right, left.
Wait. Was that
It's
the
it's
footnote
it's
for Mortal
up
Kombat?
it's
Up,
up
up, down,
ABA.
down.
It's up down left right BA start.
There we go.
How insane is it that after all these years, this is still?
Oh my god.
What was that?
Contra? As a Nintendo video game. That was amazing.
Wow.
Yes.
I guess I'm
It was
not a
after
video
your
gamer.
time.
Yeah. It was after my
your
time. Yeah.
No, it wasn't
kidding,
after your
I'm kidding.
time. We're
I'm
the
totally
same
kidding.
age.
I'm totally kidding.
I
was
am
just
that
being a
old.
jerk.
I am that old, folks.
Yeah, Contra, yeah. Old
Retpmus,
school.
what was that again? It was what? Left,
Up.
right, left.
Up down left right BA start. At the title screen, actually, is where you have to do it.
Okay,
And-
you got to message me that because I got to make that part of the write up.
And
Okay.
what did that
Wait, you never
combination
did that,
do?
AB? You never did NES?
I mean, I did, but I wasn't like stuck to it or anything. I was more outdoorsy kind of kid. But yeah,
You had a life.
yeah. I'm sorry.
You weren't a loser like the clearly.
No.
the
I was a
other-
loser. Trust you me.
No, you didn't finish Zelda before Christmas Day ended.
I don't think I played 1 second of Zelda. There's so
Okay.
many
See, my
games.
favorite games on NES and SNES were the Ninja Turtles, like Turtles in Time and shit. Like that stuff was
Yeah.
awesome.
That was freaking hard.
I think
Yeah,
I
but
did
it was
play
great.
a Ninja Turtles game.
Turtles in Time.
Turtles
Is that
in
what it
Time
was?
the
Yeah.
best.
I might have played that one. The one Atari game that I remember playing when I was a kid that I liked was Tank. Remember that one where the tanks would shoot
Yeah.
people? I love that,
Wasn't it
making
just
ricochet
wasn't
shots.
it combat?
That was it, wasn't it? Combat.
Combat.
I thought it was
Yeah.
tanks. I remember going, it was called Tanks. Had a bunch of tanks. Yeah.
That's the one where you could be a tank or a plane or something, right? Or something.
I'm pretty sure I've seen that game on Tapjoy. Just called
Yeah.
Tanks.
Tanks.
Wonder what
Tanks.
this is. Tanks.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no tanks.
Oh, no
It ends
tanks.
up being the ant game. You have to raise the queen.
Yeah, well, now that we've established that I am completely not a gamer, let's think about. We got a little bit. Yeah, let's think about wrapping this thing up today. Let's
Yeah, but
take
you're
it around.
metal, which is cooler than gamers. So
What was that?
Yeah.
metal is cooler than gamers.
That's right. It was rock and roll. And I wasn't very good either.
Rock and roll, dude.
Yeah.
Have we seen in Stranger Things metal and gamers go well together?
Do they? I haven't seen a lot of Stranger Things either, so I'm out of the loop.
Like one of the most popular newer characters from season 4 was a mixture of that gaming and metal.
I haven't seen season 4. I've seen season 1, 2. I don't think I've seen season. Wait,
I'm trying to leave it vague for anybody.
Yeah.
who
okay, yeah,
hasn't seen it.
yeah.
Hasn't
Okay.
seen it
No,
yet.
no spoilers. I'm not going to do that again.
Yeah, that's what I'm going
I'm
for.
doing that shit. All right, let's take it around the horn and get everyone's last word. And we'll start with the usual suspect, pseudo Retmus. Take us to church.
Sewer head. Oh yeah, I just noticed that. Holy shit! Has it been like that the whole time?
Yes.
All right. Well, just a quick little message today. I'll make it short. Try to be sympathetic to your fellow man. And what I mean by that is, okay, let's give an example. Let's just say Sekju and I are best friends, and Sekju comes over all the time, hangs out with me. I go to his house and hang out with him. He comes over, he's in a grumpy mood. You instantly know when one of your friends are in a grumpy mood by the look on their face, their body language, the type of thing after everything. And what's your immediate reaction when one of your friends, like you're always like, what's wrong, buddy? Is anything I can do for you? You're sympathetic because they're your friends. And, like, well, this happened to me and this is going on. And you're trying to comfort them, right? But on the flip side of that, if it's a complete stranger and they're like, oh, and they come in and you're like, well, he's an asshole or he's a dick, or, you just instantly judge that person. You don't even give them a benefit of the doubt because you don't know them. They could have had an unbelievably bad day, so try and just be empathetic, compassionate to your fellow man. Don't instantly judge them, like the old saying, don't judge a book by its cover. Same thing, just because someone has some type of attitude, it might be because something majorly is going on in their life and they're not pushing it towards you. It's just an expression of them to get out their grief or their anger that they have at that moment. So just be a little bit compassionate to others.
Well said. Good advice, buddy. Thank you very much. And we will move on to Mr. Biff. What do you got, pal?
Yeah. So I'm going to do a little tribute to Miss Junk here on the comedian side of things. So something that AB brought up earlier, as far as brought up the sperm bank.
Jesus.
And there was a great bit one time by a famous comedian that said, hey, when I started in this business, I wasn't making much cash. So I'd go down to the local sperm bank, drop a load for $50. It's a day's pay. One time I show up like with my hands all bandaged, and I'm like, hey, can I get a nurse in here to help me with this?
That's not a bad way to go.
No, that's it for me.
All right. So we know how Biff gets free hand jobs. All right. Thanks, buddy. We appreciate it.
Although if you can't do it with they have a needle that they use to pull it out.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Boy.
Sorry.
I actually saw that when they were, because rhinos are endangered species and they were trying to breed rhinos, and they actually took a needle and did exactly what you said. Yeah, exactly what you said, to get viable sperm. And that poor thing actually had a tear coming from its eye going down. I'm not making this up. It actually cried.
That poor rhino. Could you imagine being so excited that you're going to
you're going to get some,
and then that's how they get it out?
right.
Yeah.
Right. It's like,
And rhinos are pachyderms too. That's got to hurt like fuck.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyways, what a note to end on. Thank you very much.
You don't get rhino sperm anywhere else, folks.
Yeah, God damn.
All right. Sekju, tell us what's going down, pal.
I don't even fucking know after rhino sperm.
You can't follow it, can you?
No.
This is why I don't ever get a last word, because I can't follow this shit.
Yeah, like, holy fuck. I mean, yeah, it's shit. I don't even know. Yeah, I just have fun with raids and shit. I don't know. It's almost over. Thank God it's almost fucking done. Here comes Siege, and oh my God, I'm so excited for Lois next time for raids, because it is going to be the easiest goddamn raid in the history of raids. Like, how can it not be? The 5X Superwoman? Jesus Christ.
We're going to hold you to those words.
That's all right. You didn't hear about the new mechanic of the boss, did you?
No.
Purge
silence.
purge all buffs off characters each turn.
Purge
Oh,
all
that'll be
strength-
fun.
It's Starro. Purge all strength ups.
Damn it, Sekju, you jinxed it for everyone. Fuck.
Yeah. Turn all strength ups into strength downs.
Oh,
man.
that would be
Special
horrible.
damage. Need some special damage.
Special damage.
She hurts herself every time she attacks.
Oh, that'd be rough. That'd be rough. But yeah, I don't know.
Tri-
Just like
Trigon-
Retpmus said,
Trigon's passive. Every move.
Jesus. They want everyone to leave. Like they were shutting this game down the hard way. I don't know. Just have a good month, week, year, whatever. Be nice to everybody around you. Be sure to eat your wife's cooking and never look back.
That's right, dude.
How burnt it is.
Yeah,
Right.
a little crispy.
Jeez Louise. All right. Well, thank you very
It's so
much,
good.
buddy. It's so good. I can't believe it.
Still good.
Oh, still good.
It's not too bad. It'll be okay. No, it wasn't.
Yikes.
That's a private joke, people.
Yeah.
Well, not anymore.
All right, buddy. Thanks so much. Miss Junk, you get the last word today.
Oh, well, thank you. I had a weird week at work. I was one of those people that I take work home with me. So when I have a bad day, I get home and I'm miserable. And then I wanted to talk about leaving work at home, but instead I want to say big shout out to AB himself, keeping this podcast together. You don't even play anymore. And you're here every day. We get to hang out with you. We get to talk DCL. And I'm so grateful that you're still doing this. And it's great to see every week. So,
Well, thank
Absolutely.
you. Gosh, that's
And I was
awesome.
personally
Thank
really
you.
excited to see his starfish in the chat channel. That was nice.
Yes.
yeah, that
Yeah.
was so cool. But in chat, it's just even if
I don't
whether
want
you
to see
play,
AB's starfish.
Oh my God.
By the way.
whether you play or if you never play again, I'm just like grateful that you invited me to be part of this podcast. You were the one who reached out to me. I love this alliance so much, and I'm so grateful that to have all you guys around me on a weekly basis. So
Oh, look, the pleasure's all mine. Always has been. So don't thank me. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you.
oh, well, thank you.
It's the Mutual Appreciation Society.
That's right. That's right.
All right.
Also, ducks have corkscrew shaped penises. What?
I
What?
thought it was going to
thought-
be a sperm joke,
but are they susceptible to Peronis?
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
would that make them like completely straight and flat? I don't know.
I don't know. Does it
That's,
become? I mean, a corkscrew. I don't know. What's a bent corkscrew called? Is there a tool that uses that?
it's called a nail.
It is. This thing is now a wine
A
key.
straightened corkscrew is called a nail.
And now-
all right. There, I guess so. Yeah.
yeah, that's a good point.
all right. Corkscrew penis. Way to end the show.
Episode title.
There you
And
go.
wonder why.
Yeah, I'll keep.
We want to thank all of you
yeah, I
for
guess I'm
taking the time to
offline.
be with us today. Get on our website, landusafterdark.com. Grab some cool swag from the merch store. Get on Discord, talk directly with us, and then hit that subscribe button because you know you want to. For Biff, for Witty, for Retmus, Sekju, and DCL Junk, we'll see you all right here next time for another fantabulous episode of Double AD. So long, everybody.
By the way, if they don't subscribe after this one, I don't want them to listen.